Bushido Shoshinshu, Code of the Samurai. Chapter 18. Fame. A warrior ought to read ancient records regularly in order to steel himself. In famous books and in records of battles, the names of those who did distinguished deeds are mentioned, and also the total numbers of deaths are recorded. Among so many thousands or hundreds of deaths, there must have been many who were knights of major status, whose names were not recorded because they did not do anything special to merit it. Warriors of distinguished military achievement alone have their names recorded, even if they are of minor status. For those who died ignominiously and those who died gloriously, the pain when they handed their heads to the enemy was no different. Realizing this, the true attitude of a warrior is to determine that if you are going to have to give up your life anyway, you may as well die heroically, startling enemies and allies alike, regretted by employers and commanders, an honor to your posterity for all time. In contrast, to lag behind the others when attacking, yet to make sure to be the first in retreat, or to crouch behind one's comrades in the thick of fire when besieging an enemy castle, using them as a shield, and then to be downed by a chance arrow, trampled underfoot by your own allies, dying a dog's death, losing life, the most precious thing of all. This is the most bitter mortification, a regrettable situation. For a warrior no indiscretion could be worse. Contemplate this point well, and strive to ponder it and practice it day and night. Among warriors, there are those who talk big and those who criticize. They seem similar, but it should be understood that they are very different. Let me explain. Among warriors of old there were any number of knights who had gained a reputation for big talk. Even among the bannermen of the shogun there have been some big talkers. In their time, there were a handful of warriors known as big talkers in the establishment of the baronial houses in every province. Those big talkers had all done distinguished military service time and again, and lacked nothing in terms of the warrior code, yet they were held back socially and professionally by the fact that they could sometimes be so stubborn that they could not serve as advisors. Their salaries and positions did not match up to their distinguished reputations, so they developed a devil-may-care attitude, saying whatever they wanted to, whenever they wished. And yet the overlords and their top counselors ignored them as beyond the pale, so they became more and more uninhibited, declaring people's virtues and vices without reserve or apology, big talkers for the rest of their lives. As for the big talkers of today, they have never even donned a suit of armor, yet whenever they get together with their cronies they criticize their employer's management of the establishment, or the personnel policies of the board of directors, and besides that, they also gossip to their heart's content about their peers and colleagues. People like this, morons who think they alone are the smart ones, are vastly different from the big talkers of ancient times. What they do should rather be called bad-mouthing, or talking trash. The end of chapter 18.